Back on the Chamber Report, we are talking about the Homestead at Anoka. I used to play cub football in the field where the Homestead as Anoka is, and I just love going by because it is constantly changing and growing. With us is Sue Ekman. She is the Admissions Marketing Director at the Homestead at Anoka. Sue, welcome.
Hi, Pete. Thanks. Thanks for
I'll tell
having
you
me.
what, a lot going on over in your neck of the woods, but let's tell everybody, first off, what is the Homestead at Anoka and where is it where I used to play cub football that you now have a beautiful, multiple facilities?
Yes. Thank you. The Homestead at Anoka is a continuum care community. We do have TCU Rehab, which is a transitional care unit that you can use after a hospital stay to help you rehab before you go home. And also we are a senior living community. So we have memory care community part of it, independent living and assisted living in our community. So continuum of care, you can come from rehab if you need to a safer home, which would be assisted living or wherever, independent living, and then kind of do the continuum of care throughout the whole building. So you could start at independent living, go to assisted living when you need cares. If somebody needs memory care, we have that. And then if we do have a long-term care community too that has 24-hour nursing.
And I'm going to call it a campus because it really is a campus. I mean, I remember the first building going up, but since then, you've had a lot added onto it. In fact, recently, you had me out and a bunch of other people to one of the new buildings and facilities that opened up, and so impressive. Tell everybody about that.
Yep, so our independent living is a little bit younger than the rest of the community. It is about 8 years old. The TCU rehab and the assisted living part were built before our independent living and memory care. So we're about 8 years old, beautiful community, full fireplaces, beautiful places to congregate, lots of places just to hang out, puzzles, books, a vibrant activities director. We have an activities director. She has 4 employees, so that kind of tells you how vibrant our activities are. Just cozy nooks, fireplaces everywhere, coffee on all the time. So yeah, it's really fun.
It was impressive, and you were nice enough, and one of the residents was nice enough to open up their place that they are living, and wow, is all I've got to say. It was impressive. All right, so I want to get back to that TCU rehab because I recently had a friend who was in an accident and ended up rehabbing at Homestead at Anoka, so I had an opportunity to be there quite a bit as he went through his rehab and then was able to be released. So if someone out there goes to that TC rehab, needs assisted living after they are done with rehab, can you accommodate that request?
Absolutely. So what we'll do is when when their social workers or their doctors say, you really can't go home, it's not safe for you anymore, you either need to have help in your home or you need to go somewhere, that's when I come in. And not only will I always recommend the Homestead at Anoka, but if we aren't a fit for you, I will help you go through those resources to help you find a place that's a fit for you. So I want to be that advocate for that person. They don't fit in our community, then that's okay. I just want them to find a place that they do fit. So absolutely can accommodate.
Excellent.
I'll go over and get you. We'll come in your wheelchair. We'll do a tour. I'll show you all the things, give you lots of information so that you have time while you're at rehab to decide what's the best fit and where you can go.
Obviously COVID and the pandemic was in play. It hasn't been that long. For many, it seems like a long time ago, but in reality it wasn't. How has the facility going through COVID affected your community, and where do you stand today with the new COVID variant? Because let's face it, we're still hearing about it. It's still in play.
Yep, so COVID's still around, right? It's probably going to be around forever.
Yep.
It's changing as it evolves. And so are the communities as far as how they're handling the COVID variants in their communities. So right now, we've had a couple of outbreaks, and everybody has, but the COVID out there right now is colds, heavy colds. You just need to wear a mask. Sometimes there might be some lung things going on, but really not like COVID lays you down type variant right now. We are still, when we have a COVID outbreak, we'll wear masks through our community. We'll do the PPE in the room, do like a stay in your room for like 5 to 10 days to make sure you're clear. We'll keep testing for COVID. But the variants are changing, and so is the practices in the communities as far as how we handle it. A lot easier, Families can still come visit. We're not quarantining anybody as far as families coming in and out. You might have to stay in your apartment, but you can still have your families come and that kind of thing. It's not like the doors are locked, you can't come, you know,
Right.
and you can't, you know, in the olden days when COVID first came out, olden days, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
you used to have to talk to somebody through a window, you
Right.
know? You couldn't come to the front door. Well, we're not doing that anymore. Families can come and go and visit, and this is as long as they mask up and
Good.
things.
You know, at the beginning of the show, I talked about the job market that the chamber has and just the fact that, hey, businesses are out there and many are looking. Where do you see staffing today at the Homestead at Anoka compared to, say, 12 months ago?
Well, 12 months ago, COVID was pretty, you know, in the communities and kind of kept the people away as far as wanting to apply for jobs. Now that the COVID has been here, we're used to dealing with it. Our staffing has been a lot better.
Good.
And we do have plenty of staff for our residents. Always have the appropriate number of ratio of staff to resident out there. And so we're really cutting back on our agency. So we do have an agency pool that we can pull from if we need to pull somebody to make sure that our staffing ratio is, you know, comparable and good for our residents. So never have to worry about not having staff. We always have staff, and it's a lot better. We've gone from like 40 applicants to a position to now over like 200 people want to come in and work for us.
wow.
So, yeah, so we're doing very well.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
And
That's
people are
great.
coming back to the job force because
Excellent.
COVID's getting better.
You had mentioned resident activities just a little bit ago. Give me an idea of what a monthly calendar of resident activities would look like.
Oh, gosh. So we have a lot of activities at the Homestead at Anoka. Residents love it. Our activities director, Kara Reiser, is fantastic with coming up with different ideas, keeping things fresh. We have music all the time. So we have Music Mondays, where we have somebody that does live music on Mondays for our residents. We have manicures and pedicures, and we have outings in our buses. So we'll go to Carol's for lunch, or we'll go to one of the Anoka restaurants for lunch. We did some fall colors. So we went and took the bus and did some fall color things. So there's activities on the buses. We have bingo, and we have Pekino, and we have 500 clubs. So lots of cards going on, but lots of fun things.
Excellent.
And then we do have happy hours too, of course, in activity, you know, assisted living and independent living. Lots of music stuff, and we do have after-hour things where people do come in that volunteer. So we have, actually our Rotary comes in. Gary comes and does show tunes on our grand piano for our residents.
Oh, does he?
Yes, and so that's always awesome.
That's great.
So we have lots of things going on, and the calendar's full, so there's got to be something on there that you like.
That's
yeah.
great. All right, Sue. Somebody out there is going, you know, I got to check this out. Maybe it's somebody who's ready to make that next step, or maybe it's some family members who are going, you know, Mom, Dad have been talking about this. I want to check out the Homestead at Anoka. How do they go about finding out more information?
Yeah, so you can give me a call. My number is 763-528-6406. Or you can send me an email. I'm at sekman@voa.org. I would love to talk to you, answer any questions you have, bring you in for a tour, show you what we have, beautiful community, and give you all the information you need to make that decision. Scary time for people,
Yep.
you know, and it's a big decision for everybody. And I just want to let you know that our hearts are in this business. The folks that work at this community love seniors, and that's why we're there. So know that your parents or your loved ones will be taken care of with love and with respect and with gratitude to have them there. So
No doubt about it. She is Sue Ekman. She is Admissions Marketing Director at the Homestead at Anoka. I can't believe that, especially when you go out, seriously, get out there. You're going to go, my God, this campus is huge, and it is. And that's on the outside. When you get in, it is spectacular, to say the least. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we wrap up this edition of the Chamber Report, but we have one more member profile to do, and you're going to find out who that new member is and what they have to offer, and we'll do that right after this.